the movie, I was running a lot, so I was staying in shape that way. But before I got involved with the movie, I do bodybuilding. I'm a figure and fitness competitor, so I'm constantly in shape that way. However, I could not prepare for this role because I had no idea how difficult it was going to be because I had very limited experience. I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into. I knew it would be long days. I knew it was going to be hot. I knew the conditions I was going to be in, but I had no idea how physically demanding it was going to be. And I think that now I know how I would prepare for it. I'm running 10Ks now with my sister, so I'm staying in better shape. But it was very tough, and it was a good experience, and I'm so glad that I was in good physical shape anyway, because this kept me going.
Break force. Suspect sighted at the 1100 block of Main. She just cut between the bar and the restaurant, heading west into the alley.
I did build a lot of the props, but I also shared a lot of the prop construction with Bob Clark got involved in the prop construction, a man named Patrick Voss, who's a local prop maker. And also, we have to give a great deal of recognition to a man named Joe Rickenberg.
Over here.
There's a sequence in the film where Laura is giving the cops a little bit of trouble, and she's on a school playground, and she snatches up a couple of big rocks and clonks this one cop in the head and knocks him out. And these are foam rocks that were made so that she could throw them and hit the cop, and he could go down, but with little damage. There's a scene in the film where someone throws a brick at Laura, and this is just a foam rubber. This is just a foam rubber brick, and it's got a little bit of weight to it because a piece of chain is running through it, a little chain link to give it some weight so you can throw it. But Caitlin got hit in the head several times with it for several takes and did fine. Scene in the film with a cross, and this cross had to get thrown around. This actually, once again, we went to Hobby Lobby and bought a wooden cross and put foil on it. This is just aluminum foil, spray cemented onto a wooden cross and then painted and sanded to give it this sort of bluish silver patina. This is a marking stake, but we had to show a marking stake back in 1897 when it was brand new, and then we had to show the one at the construction site that gets dug up that's been in the ground for 100 and some odd years. So these are actually the same material. These are both just big thick dowel rods, but this one I went in and whittled and cut away at it and chopped at it and took a steel brush to it and then painted it and scenicked it to look very dark and very old. This is quite well featured in the film, and this is actually very important in the film. This is a prop that I built. This is called the Karma Compass. And the Karma Compass it's in the film, the idea is that it's sort of magnetically aligned with the earth and it has mystic qualities, and when you take something that belongs to someone, you take a possession and you dangle it over the compass, the possession will tip to certain markers on the compass and tell you what's going on. Is this person good? Is this person bad? Is this person in trouble? Is this a man? Is this a woman? So they can take old artifacts, or if I had a button off your shirt, I could suspend the button over the Karma Compass and it would tell me a lot about you just based on your energy. So this was made from just wire and bits and pieces from a hobby store once again. This was an old lens from back in the movie days that I think I popped out of an old lens that we weren't using anymore. It's been laying around in my hobby box for 10 or 20 years, and it finally found its way into this prop. Our hunter, our mysterious bounty hunter character in the film, Julian, you find out that he has diplomatic immunity granted him by both the Department of Defense and the Vatican. So we went and found Vatican logos, Vatican color schemes. We actually went in and found the actual Latin phrases that were used for certain things and printed up his Vatican diplomatic immunity ID. And then for the Department of Defense, we probably could get in trouble with this on the street. We actually went in and found some very realistic government logos, and we mimicked an ID we'd seen on the X-Files, which was also very authentic. So we've got some really nice Photoshop IDs done for, it was Jason Contini played the character Julian, and we Photoshopped some of his pictures to give him different time frames. So one we made him look very mysterious and sinister, and one we made him look like a young inductee. So these were all by Patrick Voss. These get used in the film. I won't tell you exactly what's in these, but these are part of that, more of that mystic voodoo defense. Our lead character takes these and he shakes them up and he throws them. And they're kind of like little bombs. And they have some mystic elements inside of them, and he uses these to flush people out. These, so cheap and easy and so effective, these are magnetic pads that we would throw on white rental cars to turn into our police cars. And we had several sets of graphics that said police and had 911 numbers. But we would just take, we'd get the white rental car each time, and we'd just slap our magnetic graphics onto the side, and boom, instant cop car. Okay, this was a prop built by Joe Rickenberg. Once again, our character Julian has some non-lethal defense that he's trying to use. And this is his tranquilizer dart gun set that he has. And Joe managed to make this out of what was an old paint pellet gun. So it was like an old plastic toy kid's gun that shot little water-based paint pellets. And he was able to whip that up. He cut out all this foam, and then he took hypodermic syringes and spray painted them and put I think he may have cut up a pink boa, you know, and stuck bits of boa in the end of there to make our darts. And then I think he actually went to, I don't know that he went to a doctor, like a human doctor. I think he went to a veterinarian, and he actually got some empty bottles of various chemicals that are used for tranquilizing, and filled them up with water and actually put them in here. So this plays a fairly major part.